All right, everybody. We're back. It's been 10 days. We're down another teammate, but we're not giving up.
We're not
We're
done
going to we're going to finish this story, damn
yet.
it. This is the Pro Wrestling Truth G1 Climax 33 coverage. I'm Ethan. I got Baker with me here. Cara is busy. Michael is busy. And I don't care to have anyone else on this program. So we're here. So I think we're gonna hop right in. I'm gonna see if we get a couple people in, because I'm just now sending out the link.
Well, I guess while we're waiting on people to get in, what we're mainly going to talk about is the quarterfinals from that was yesterday, right?
Yes, yesterday and the day before. Yep.
So that's mainly what Ethan's watched. I'll touch on anything from the two nights before that we haven't covered yet. Nights 15 and 16. Um, Most things from these nights, I had it at least a 3 or better. So, nothing there to waste your time. And then it's kind of like, how do you feel about an evil match? Um, if anything, the crowds have been hot for these evil matches live.
Well,
So it's really hard to say, like, these are a waste of time when for the Japanese crowds these are working. But like, damn, in that Shingo one, dude, every member of LIJ besides Naito came out to help, and he still lost.
Damn. Maybe I need to go back.
And then it gets kind of weird when you think about it that way, because then we go to that Sonata match.
Is that better, Jeff? Sorry, Jeff said your mic was a little bit low. I turned you up a little on this thing.
Okay.
Go ahead, though.
I moved it a little closer. Does that sound any louder to you?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Sorry about that, buddy. But then we think about this Sonata match that Evil had, and no one helped Sonata from just 5 guys, and he got beat essentially clean. But we'll talk about that when we get to that match. But yeah, nothing bad from those nights before the quarters.
No, there was one match I wish. Well, I guess I'm gonna go back and watch Evil and Shingo, just to see. Well, I don't know if Jeff was telling me my mic was fine or if he's saying that I'm fine. But like, I mean, like if you want to, like,
buddy,
like,
if you want.
Oh fuck! By the way, hold the phone. Justin, are you here?
I saw.
You said
Justin in chat.
You said bust. All right. Both. This show is dedicated to Justin. It is their birthday today. I'm not gonna sing happy birthday, but spiritually, I'm singing happy birthday. I wish I could be with you tonight. This show is for you. For whatever that means. Unloading. We got a large happy birthday in the chat. If Justin's not in here to see and receive this, I'm going to be fucking mad. There's another one from Jeffrey. It's just, we're here, okay? And this is for you, whether you're watching it or not. But one match I did want to go back and look at, I guess I'm going to watch Evil and Shingo. And then Naito and Kiyomiya wrestled. Is that a match that happened? Did I see someone talking about that match happening?
I don't think that's right. I don't think they would have met because they were in different blocks and Kiyomiya didn't make it out of the block. Well, they might have met in a tag that I didn't see. So,
where the fuck did I see?
But I believe Kiyomiya was teaming with Oiwa or Nakanishi. Or no, I'm sorry, Nakashima. Is that what that young lion's name is?
Yeah, I think so.
One of those
Damn
two.
It. Well, I don't know what I was thinking. That's a match I want to see, though. I will say that.
Buddy, we already saw Muto and Naito, come on.
You're right. Well, I don't even know if I watched that
No, you
one. So I guess let's look at the all these quarterfinals here. Let me pull up what we
got
got
Big
here.
Hick versus Tetsuya Naito first up.
That's first up.
Yep.
Wasn't Tanahashi and Naito? That wasn't technically the quarters, was it?
No, that was like basically the block deciding
The
match
last
for
block
the
deciders.
the D block. What did you go on that?
3 3/4.
That's exactly what I went.
Okay.
I do know some people went at least 4. What did it do? Pull up the cage match on that real quick.
Yeah, I got it right here. There's 4 people in the chat. Say hello, Justin, if you're here again and you missed it, because I don't think you were fucking here. We licked your ass and gave you everything you wanted. So check chat. It's in there.
All you had to do was ask, buddy.
I mean, you can just tell me if you want me to come to New Brooklyn right now, and 7.67 based on 93 votes. They told a beautiful story. Not that impressive. Great match. Good match. A lot of different reviews. Not too mixed.
Tana definitely pulled it out here, like as
I agree.
opposed to like you could definitely tell based on this match where he was kind of holding back for some of the previous matches.
Yeah.
And I think obviously some of that is him telling a story. He knows we know how old he is. He knows we know how broken down he is. He's not stupid. But I mean that ace is high to the floor.
That's one of the main things I put in my note.
That was great.
And then he just hit like 3 or 4 high fly flows. It felt like until he fucking missed.
And this was really a story on the small package. Tanahashi trying to get the small package on Naito, and ultimately being Naito hitting what sounded like an incredibly stiff swing DDT into the small package for the finish.
Yeah.
It sounded like Tanahashi's head just like smacked the mat.
And who was it? Eddie Kingston was on commentary here.
Yeah. Oh, Eddie on this night was incredible. I love Eddie.
Where did he wrestled? Oh, he was with, God damn it. I remember seeing that. Him and Nakashima versus House of Torture.
Oh, okay.
On this night. But yeah, no, this was good. I almost feel like it deserves 4, but I'm gonna stick with my 3 3/4. We ain't gonna embellish here. What did you feel about Goto and Zach? I didn't see that one.
Goto and Zach.
Because it has a higher WON rating.
That was on night 16.
Yeah.
I went 3 3/4.
Cool. Dave went.
What did Dave go?
4 on Naito Tanahashi, 4 1/4 on Goto and Zach.
That's a generous man.
Very generous.
I respect him, but that's a long-winded, generous man right there.
And he went a strong 2 on Yano and Alex Coughlin. So
I had a couple of notes here on that. It's mainly like Eddie notes or commentary notes.
Yeah.
Goto's kids want to see him win the AEW title, is what I believe Kevin Kelly said here.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he was in that little tournament from last year's Forbidden Door.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Tanahashi. But it was during Zach's entrance to this match. Eddie said he is going to claim Claudio's soul when he gets back home. He's going to break Yuta whether Mox likes it or not. Mox has called him 4 to 5 times, but Eddie isn't going to pick up because Mox let those guys attack him. I'm coming after your soul, Claudio. I know you're watching.
This is good. This guy is good. This guy gets it.
I fucking loved it so much.
This guy gets it. God, I'm so ready for that. Watch him return at Wembley, buddy. Imagine that reaction if they saved him.
Oh, speaking of, I was listening to I believe it was the Voices of Wrestling review of Dynamite. And Joe was saying that he thinks all the stuff about Pac is more of a distraction. That Pac is actually probably not hurt and is going to have like a surprise return at Wembley. And I could see that. That makes a
I
lot
mean,
of
that'd be
sense.
cool. Yeah.
You know, they are really like hammering home. You know, I hurt Pac like, and
And
if
who
you
did
think
that? Who hurt him? Who were they
so
saying
so
hurt
so
him?
so Claudio is claiming he hurt him in
Okay.
their match at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. But think about this. Immediately following the Ring of Honor pay-per-view on Dynamite the next Wednesday, he fought Gravity, looked perfectly fine, not hurt in the Gravity match. So it's kind of like they're retconning an injury. If you're really paying attention.
That's true.
And he didn't even say that. That's me like, putting the pieces together with that one. Which I hope Pac's not hurt, and I hope he can make Wembley, because that would be fucking crazy if he's hurt again after just coming back and having 3 matches. Yeah. So, but we're not talking about Pac. We're talking about G1.
I'd rather talk about Pac.
Let's talk about Hikuleu
Well,
and Tetsu United.
I like this match. Hick has given me a couple of good matches this tournament, and this is another one. I went 3 1/4 on this.
Okay.
It's not out of this fucking world, but like for Hick, if he can deliver like this, I'm fine with him being in the G1 again next year. Like he hasn't done anything to insult me at all, and he ain't done anything to bore me. Like we've had way more boring shit going on. You know, hell, I've enjoyed his matches a little more than most Okada matches. I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
So,
I
what'd you think?
definitely think he's motivated, and it's more of a like, who's he gonna be with? I don't think he's necessarily gonna carry a match, but if someone can like lead him, he'll rise up. Like
Is Big Hit gonna become a riser? Is he already one?
maybe so. I don't know. I think he kind of rises more than some of his brothers do.
Yeah, I don't think Tama Tonga's a riser.
Tonga Loa, what was he doing this tournament, buddy? He didn't take his shirt off for Okada. He didn't take his shirt off for Will Ospreay. This man has no respect for some of the greatest wrestlers in the world. Think about that.
What is his deal with the shirt? Is he insecure or like what is he going on?
I don't know. I really wish I knew.
I mean, it'd be different if it was one of us, but hell, I'd take my nasty ass shirt off.
He doesn't even look bad.
That's what I'm saying, like hell. I ain't worked out since high school. And I'd take my fucking shirt off.
Did you see his little strike combo? Got some Twitter attention.
No.
It was, I think it was because it was the one in the match with Okada, so people were paying attention to the Okada match on Twitter, and his little like that thing he does where he's like stepping forward and doing the like to the stomach, to the chest. They're like, what the fuck is this? And I guess I've never really like. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just one of those wrestling things. But
is it almost like the Rock chop, the Rock slaps but reversed?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
it's just like an open hand thrust.
Yeah.
Chop thing. Weird. I don't know. I don't ever pay him that much attention, but I feel like I did see something about that though. Anyways, what'd you go on this match?
2 3/4.
Cool.
That's just what I felt in the moment. I don't know. Maybe going back, I would have liked it a little more, but 2 3/4 ain't bad.
So Naito beats Hick, goes on to the semifinals, and he's going to face the winner of the following match, which is Will Ospreay, and David Finlay. This I enjoyed more than I thought I would. It's not the match of the night for me. I know a lot of people, and I'm going to wait for my stark, bold take for later. But no, I'm going to say it now. I'm gonna start judging people. This is another little test, a litmus test, as Kara said when we were talking about Tai Chi and whatnot. But there's one for me. If you like Osprey and David Finlay more than Okada and Zack Sabre Jr., I'm gonna know where you stand.
All right, where do I stand, buddy?
Oh no! I knew it.
By a quarter star.
By a quarter star more.
By a quarter star.
I got you. Osprey and Finlay was good. I liked the way they did the thing at the beginning with
the two factions.
Yeah, the two factions going at. I was like, this is cool. This is some WWF shit, but I don't mind it. Like I like it. And then the Osprey. Did you have something to say about that beginning part?
Well, just like this again, just really like hammers home how stupid Sonata is. If you just really want to think about it, like this man said, "Hey, just 5 guys, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I got Evil. I was his tag team partner for however long. I've watched all his matches. I know what he does. I'm fine. Whatever.
Stupid.
Let's talk about this match.
This was a good match. Without all that like faction shit, I probably would have been lower on it because that actually made me like it more, to be honest, just because it added a different dynamic than just another Osprey match. That's there's them going back and forth,
getting kicked out.
Yeah. I fucked with it, man. Like I just was like, give me something else, and then I like the spots, but I can't help but watch Osprey do that sick ass cutter on the apron and just think about the fact that it looked like it did no damage to David Finlay, but all you heard was Osprey's fucking back crack the damn shit, and I was like, that looked cool as fuck, but at the same time, the cynical part of me is like, damn.
Well, hey, it set him up for the power bomb into the table.
It did. And I love the struggle they had over who's going through the table. I thought he was going to somehow get that cutter over on that. Like when they were doing that shit, I was like, dude, what the fuck is about to happen here? But no, this was good. Fuck, what did I rate the 3.5?
Oh, okay.
I'm low, but I mean that was good. To me, that's really good. I mean, I'll be weird about shit. It was a good match.
I went 4.25.
So I just got a weird ass text from Nick Bennett. Well, not a weird one, but just like reading it on here is just funny.
Shout out Nick Bennett.
Girls don't wear smalls anymore unless you're playing pop punk, possibly. Most smaller girls wear a large these days. Turn them fools into dresses.
Thoughts in the chat, please.
Let's get your thoughts. I just love that randomly, like, because I heard my phone beep off. And then I only saw like that. And I was like, where the fuck is he? Did I say that? I said beat off. Well, I mean, like, if you want that, like. Anyways. Now, yeah, let's get into Evil and Sonata. Because low-key.
So it'll be Naito and Osprey on
Confirmed.
Saturday.
Confirmed. True from Colby. True from Leah. Nicholas, you're never going to watch this, but you were right, sir. All right, go ahead.
Okay. I went. My rating is 2.25 stars. I guess that's literally.
Dog, I'm not taking this shit anymore. I'm done as fucking fuck. Like, why are we doing a story off Evil and Sonata's tag team that only had one good fucking match and it was against the Bucks?
But that's not even like what the match was about.
Yeah,
nothing about the match had anything to do with that. It was typical Evil shit. It was just he was like, "Oh, Dick, go to the back." Not even 2 minutes later, buddy, he's like, "Oh no, Sonata, stop! Dick, come on, buddy, help me." And then Sonata gets choked, and then yada yada yada. But ultimately, Evil won clean. They exchanged their low blows. We're minutes removed from that. Dick is on the outside, laid out. Everything is evil. He wins.
What fucking world?
I mean, he's right, but I mean, I don't know what.
I don't care how much of a bitch CM Punk is, how whiny he is. There ain't no fucking way. There is no way. Okay, thank you. Okay, because buddy, like I know a lot of y'all, including Baker and stuff, y'all don't care for Punk, and I get it. The man is sloppy, but there's y'all play me too easily. One time that you were in that Discord that night, Pat and them hopped in there talking about Logan Paul's better than Okada, and I took the fucking bait. It's like, damn. Maybe I'm more of a mark than I would even realize nowadays. But fuck me. I just hate Evil. It's not even the thing about it being a diss to Punk. It's just like, anyways. But I just got worked. Thanks, Cortland. I've been worked live, and it will live here forever.
Honestly, buddy, that's why I gave him a bigger mark because you hate Evil because you know he can do better. All right, you've seen him work a real man.
When he was Watanabe in Ring of Honor.
Oh, you didn't like the singles Evil G1 like right after they broke up the tag team?
I'd have to go back, buddy.
I don't even remember what year that was.
2020?
No.
2019?
2018 maybe.
Ugh. Damn, he really threw us off on that one. Well, this one has a strong 3.37 on Cage Match, and Dave gave it 3 stars. That's generous, is it not?
I would say so, for sure.
Like, that's
what did
so on this?
Yeah.
I don't even write anything down, buddy. I get so damn worked up. Like, my thing is, bro, like, Sonata is one thing, but, like, now we have fucking Evil and fucking... I'm not going to spoil it, but we have Evil and someone in the fucking semifinals of this grade 1 Climax. You're telling me that's the best y'all fuckers got to give me?
That's a drawing match, brother.
Maybe it is. I
genuinely think it is.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, you can't argue.
Listen to the reactions in the building to what the Evil matches get. But I'll say this, though. My issue with that is, like, they get a reaction, but I think it's I don't know if it's the reaction you want. Do you want a tell the heels to go home reaction, or do you want a cheer for the babyface reaction? Because it's rarely ever a like Sonata. It's always just a go home, and that's like to any babyface that House of Torture wrestles. Basically, it's not really rooting for the babyface if they're not already, in their heat segment.
They're just more wanting Evil in them to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, that's it, and that's just what it seems to me.
Interesting. I wish we could talk to a Japanese fan's perspective here.
Yeah,
like somebody who's at these shows and like get a. Maybe we should go over there and take the people's pod into the people. Me, you, and Carr walk around with a mic. No pun intended, not Mike, a mic. Or we could walk around with Mike on a stick. I don't fucking know. And just say, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Or we need a translator.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what's the deal with Evil over here, pal?
Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
Okay. Even weirder, do you hear the people who, like, shout, Evil? Evil?
Yeah.
Those people, I specifically, in my notes, am like, I want to get in their heads. I want to do the Shibata surgery on them.
Take that shit out and play with it for a little bit. Like, what is fucking going on here?
I don't
have
get
mercy.
It. Like, because, like, obviously there's a. I feel like this is typically more of an American thing where we want to like cheer for a cool heel, the badass who like, fuck shit up on his own terms, whatever. That's not Evil.
I know. That's the thing. I don't get what's cool. Is it the staff?
Yeah.
Or
does he even have the staff anymore? I guess
I don't know.
Shoulder pads are. They
do the Legion of Doom
the camera angle on his entrance when he's all like.
Like you're gonna cheer for, you're gonna like. That's not a cool bad guy, buddy. You know who a cool bad guy is?
Yeah.
Tai Chi, buddy.
Tai Chi.
He's a broken scumbag cheating man. And he's the cool guy. Because you want to be that, you're that broken.
Real quick, speaking of Tai Chi, because I haven't said this and I've been thinking about it. Every time I see his fan, I forget it's a fan, and I'm like, oh, what's that boy listening to?
Oh boy.
What's he listening to?
What would he be listening to?
That's what I'm asking you.
Probably his own music that he doesn't sing.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, you're right. My bad. I'm getting worked like Mike does every time we bring this up. So yeah, Evil and Dick to Go, shout out Casey, defeats Sonata in 16 minutes. Evil moves along to the final four. And in our main event from last night, we have Kazuchika Okada and Zack Sabre Jr. to determine the final person in the final four of the G1. And I love this match. Best Okada performance of the whole tournament. I don't know. I'm just a big fan of these guys together. I'm also just a big fan of Zach. I never believed Zach was going to win, as I don't think Baker did either. So it took me out of it a little bit, gave it a little bit of a ceiling for me. But I saw some people. Let me just put some cage match users on blast.
Do it.
Because I saw some shit on here. These two just don't have a lot of chemistry. That's the first fucking. And I'm like, you can say what you want about how you feel about this match, but I think that's the furthest. I mean, do you agree with that?
That's such a like pure misunderstanding of chemistry to me.
Truly. I'm like, you can say what you want about whether this was your thing or not, but like, dude, every time Zach wrestles Okada, I'm going to say great. Not even just good. It's great. It's 4-star floor, in my opinion. And in this tournament, he's the first person to wake Okada up, really, and like get a different type of. The whole match felt different to me, and so this person
Okada
says,
had that like glassy eyed, like I'm
dude,
gonna fuck you up, like
yes,
time.
and like this
No
is
clean
what
break, none of that bullshit.
no shtick, dude, and the shtick shit he did had more fire when he threw him into the rail, dude, and that also is on Zach for eating the fuck out of it. But like, and then this dude's next thing is the first 10 minutes of this were really boring. Have you watched every other Okada match in this fucking tournament, my guy? Like,
maybe not.
And he says the next 5 minutes were all right. And then the finishing run was ... Okay. All right, so let's dissect this idiot shit, right? The opening was boring. So the first 10 minutes of this Okada match was boring. Whatever, maybe you haven't seen the others. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt. Bigger. So the next 5 were all right, whatever that means. The finishing run, right? When you use those words, I know you looking at this shit with an opposite set of eyes as me. They don't need to be a fucking finishing run.
Yeah.
Like, there's a finish.
Well,
like,
when does that start?
Yes, yeah. That shows that they wanted this typical Okada match, this person. You know what I mean? Because then the next thing is Okada's biggest strengths, this is fucking a crazy statement, are his finishing runs. That's his strength? Going to the shtick? Rainmaker reversal. You know what I mean? Like, that's his strength. Okay. No matter how dull the match starts, and this was one of the weakest finishing runs I've ever seen.
I think this adds to my point. I don't know if I brought this up in an earlier episode or if we were just talking about this, but that Tony Khan mentioning cage match and it being invaded by WWE brain people has truly fucked that website forever. But also you can just tell when like people either don't watch a lot of New Japan, maybe weren't watching this whole tournament, maybe don't understand match structure. maybe don't understand character work. Maybe, I don't know. But
This
also,
just
like,
had to be.
no, go ahead.
I was like, this just had to be from a different. Like I don't know what. Like at the same time, I feel like I know, because like when there was a time, like I said, I think you were around when I was talking about this to somebody the other day. Like there was a time where all I thought good matches were how strong the finishing run was and how many kickouts you had. Like there was a time where I loved Adam Cole and I loved Oil Ospreay and Ricochet and all these dudes that had these dramatic NXT. You know what I mean? When it first started, like I loved the fuck out of that shit. So like I feel like this person is probably that person right now. They're just like that's what because that's what you've been trained to think is a good match in a way. Like at this day and age, that's what's pushed as this is awesome. It's how many fucking false finishes you can do and how hot of a run you can have. Start slow and build to the climax.
Right.
And that's probably got to be what this guy thought. But now I'm just like, dude, they were hitting hard. I haven't seen Okada hit this hard in a win.
Yeah.
Like, and Zach was fucking lighting him up. Like, this felt like these guys were fighting for, like, this is grade 1 climax. You know what I mean? We talk about what is the grade 1 climax. To me, this is the
had that
grade
atmosphere.
1. Like, dog, they felt like they were wanting that shit. I ain't felt Okada feel like he wanted it. This felt like a fucking house tour. You know what I mean? For some of these matches, like, they were fine.
Yeah.
He had some 3.5ers, his usual shit. But, like, there was no urgency, no drive.
Yeah,
he had
was
it
acting
here.
like he was above everybody in his block, basically.
Yeah, he was just like, oh, I'll let you do your thing for a little bit, and then I'll do my thing, and then we'll win. Here, it was like, I want to win this shit. You're pissing me off. Pop, pop. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck you. Just felt real. And not to dog on this person any further, but another problem in this match is I had no immersion because in kayfabe, I couldn't work out what on earth Zach's strategy is. It's to win, Playboy. We don't have to have hand motions about what we're going to do after the match and talking to one another. Do you have to have it played out? Do you like Reigns and Jey Uso? Like, I hate you. I promise I do. Like,
well, just also like, how many Zack Sabre Jr. matches has this person seen? Because if you've seen maybe 2 Zack Sabre Jr. matches, this man's strategy is any submission that I could possibly get, the Zack driver, or the Zack clutch, the Euro clutch.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. I don't know.
Yeah. And I don't want to harp on this person anymore. It just with all the actual bland stuff we've seen in this tournament, to me, one of the more unique matches of the tournament and of Okada's run in this tournament to be this stupid shit. I'm like, what are you even talking about, man?
I'm gonna pull the curtain back a little bit for myself here. I don't even really like to rate matches. I like the stories. I love an incredible match, but like what I really sink my teeth into is all the like between shit. And I'm not talking about this bloodline bullshit. I'm talking like real fucking stories here. Like these year-long, like Naito looking for his roll call at the Tokyo Dome. These stuff with the Elite and Golden Lovers and all that. But I think we've all been kind of like poisoned by the star ratings and like having to look at matches like that so analytical all the time.
For sure. I went 4.5 on this since we're gonna go ratings.
I went 4.
And that's fair. Anything you'd like to mention on it? Okada wins. I guess it's expected, but it's also like, man, when are we gonna let Zach have it? I don't know, man. I didn't think Zach was gonna win this tournament, but I was like, damn, maybe run. Like fuck, dude. You should have just let to me, because now what we have is Okada and Evil and Naito and Ospreay.
Right.
And I just can't help but think about what a Zach and Sonata always have good matches.
Mm-hmm.
They could have had a great little match, or even do Zach and Ospreay and then Naito, but that's probably blowing their load on what they want that Wrestle Kingdom main event to be Naito Sonata, but I don't know. There's interesting choices.
I think ultimately what it is, I think maybe I spoke on this last time, is, New Japan being a live event business. This semifinals is probably the biggest drawing card they had. Because I do think, regardless of how I feel about it, that this House of Torture thing is over. I think we're gonna figure out here.
Naito and Ospreay is a rematch from last year's semifinals, right? Because Ospreay put Naito out.
I can't remember, but
I remember because I basically predicted the whole final bracket last year.
Okay.
And it was Naito and Ospreay and Okada and Tama. I'm pretty sure. I think that was what it was. So I mean, I get it. That's a good story there. Naito and Ospreay will be sick. Okada and Evil, I'm just like, but once again, I'm not there. I'm not in the live event business or attendance.
Well, okay. Well, let's think about it like this. Like, just think about how that match goes. How does Okada thwart the House of Torture interference? Does anybody come out to help Okada? Does Tanahashi and Ishii come out to help Okada since they're 6-man champions?
Now here, I love this.
Jeff, you don't feel that way.
Jeff, who would you name that is worse than Evil? Can you think of somebody?
Me or Jeff?
Oh, Jeff. I feel like there's got to be somebody. But now here's this. If they do this and have some bunch of bullshit, like if you're gonna run this match, I don't want a normal match. I want plunder. I want Tana and fucking whoever, and I want I want it just to be a shit show for 10, 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And but then at the same time, fuck. I mean, that's sad that that's the best. Like that's what I'm hoping for out of the semifinals of the G1. Like that's what I think a best case scenario is for one of these matches. Damn.
But Okada still probably wins, right?
Oh, he wins for sure. Gotta win. What the hell are they gonna do?
It's kind of like, what are we all ultimately complaining about? Assuming that's where we're going.
So what's the assumed final?
Okada Naito.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because you tease the Okada three-peat, you tease the Naito's last chance to get the Tokyo Dome main event for the roll call. I don't necessarily think Ospreay needs to win the G1 this year, because you can still do the third Omega match at the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah.
Or even something else. I don't know.
I mean, I'd rather Naito win. I mean, and the momentum's picking towards his way. He's had good matches. Like, the later the tournaments went on, the better matches he's had. And the momentum just feels like it is toward him, like we thought. Here's Jeff's prediction.
Personally, don't think they're going to go that long, because even these, even Okada, no time limit on the Zach match only went, I believe it was 21:46 or something like that. I didn't write it down, but I did look at it before. So that's very short for Okada in a main event.
When's the last time they wrestled one-on-one? May 1st, 2022, wrestling Dontaku.
Naito and Okada?
Yeah. And Okada beating Naito.
I know, Jeff. That's what I'm saying. Like, even with no time limit, Okada only went 21 minutes here. I just don't think they're gonna go.
There was no time limit on the Zach match.
Right, on any of these. So there had to be a winner. Couldn't have been a draw or anything like that.
Well,
yeah, we're still thinking Naito's taking this.
What time does this damn? I think Naito takes it too. So in the finals, what time tonight does the finals start?
Well, let's go to Go to New Japan World right now. See if they'll tell us.
Oh, you're right.
4 a.m.
So, are you watching live?
No.
No.
But I'll probably be up in, I don't know. I'll be up by the time it's like fully uploaded.
Cool.
And I'll watch it first thing.
And then I guess we'll do a show that night and talk about what the blue hell happened. Is there anything else you want to talk about besides, since we're running early tonight? Because
so we went to Collision.
oh, we did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about anything from that?
Collision for me, and that's what I was gonna say. I want us to. I don't know what everyone watching. I don't know what we're gonna do after this G1, but I think we're gonna try and do something, at least a stream a week about something.
Mm-hmm.
So this look,
Thoughts.
we got thoughts, and we like to watch, and we like to watch. So this is a little, I guess, preview of what might be coming after G1, but Collision, I liked FTR, Big Bill, and Brian Cage. 3 1/4 TV tag.
I was
Good
sitting by the
shit.
biggest Brian Cage fan.
Oh, Jeff actually brought something up good. We need to talk about the All Star Festival. But first, this Collision thing. Yeah, we did. No, I got something, buddy. I was listening to the Super J cast.
Okay.
And them boys had a fucking hot fucking bet about this shit.
Okay.
But Collision, Punk and Ricky, I don't know. But Baker, I think we got something good here, buddy.
Yeah.
Because I think sitting in front of these people, we have Collision and we have Dynamite. Because you prefer Dynamite, don't you? Or how do you feel?
I prefer Dynamite because I'm a Mox guy, not necessarily because I'm an Elite guy.
Now, see, that's just tough because I'm the big. I mean, Mox is my favorite wrestler, but lately I've enjoyed Collision more. Mox is still my favorite wrestler, but these Collision shows have been striking my fancy more. But maybe it's just because it's something different and it's fresh. Even though it is boring to a lot of people, it's rubbing me the right way at the moment.
It definitely has like a sort of older school feel.
It reminds me of WCW, and I'm watching a lot of WCW now, and it's reminding me of Collision. As weird as the reverse fucking of that is.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I would do say the Punk, FTR, I don't even know what you call the shit they do after these shows and the fucking committee meetings they have and shit. Now, I ain't for all that. It's just thing, if Punk and FTR could shut the fuck up, they would be up there with Mox as my favorite wrestlers because I really do like what they are bringing. Like the old school. They do. You know who don't do it? Jonathan fucking Moxley doesn't fucking do it. And that's why he's the best wrestler in the world. Everyone can suck me. Ash, you know what you missed? Well, I don't know. You didn't miss it. We just unraveled why John Moxley's the best wrestler in the world. But also what you missed is a user on cage match getting completely disheveled by me. Fuck them. Showtime AJ or some stupid shit. I'm sure he thinks AJ Styles is still good nowadays. The fucker's been washed since 2018.
They don't want none.
They don't. I don't want none. Brother, I'm about to sell all my figures I got of you up here. Alan Johns hates the gays.
We been
bad
boys.
Guy. Collision, yeah, those are my thoughts. Punk and Ricky. Punk ain't missed since he's come back, in my opinion. The Punk, I don't know. Here's the thing about it. I love a big-time Punk match, and he worked this shit like he was on Cena and Money in the Bank. There's all the little taunts and the let's give it 5 minutes to just stare at one another, and somehow it works. I don't know. I just love that shit. It gets Ricky in there because to me, there's no one in AEW who works that almost as much as I hate to say it, that like WWE or WCW like main event style. And I never thought I'd equate Punk with that. But I mean, nobody, that's what he's doing. He's working like, he don't work like Kenny don't work that way. Mox don't work that way. Right. Not saying it's better than what they do, but like Nope, Jericho don't even wear that because Jericho's fucking washed. But you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like Punk brings that big ass atmosphere, the theatrics to it, and even though he's a sloppier wrestler, it makes it. I don't know. I feel like I'm inclined to care.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels more personal when you got Punk up here doing the this and this to doing that. It feels like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I just think it's because you're straight edge, buddy. I don't know.
No, it's not. I mean, I've shit on Punk a lot. I've fucking, I think I've been pretty fair on Punk.
I just can't do it. I don't know. I think he's done.
I love it.
But
you know what? I'm gonna
I'm
gush.
out. I'm out. I know my opinion is like I think it's so colored by other things that I can't even
Yep.
see through it because I'm sure if you went and looked up whatever that Ricky Starks match is, it's probably a 9. I don't know.
7.33.
7.33. Okay.
It's not everyone's thing, but it is my thing. Look at this shit. Never mind. I'm not gonna bitch about it. But
Listen, I was also 4 peach vodka drinks deep. So what can I say?
and you had Brian Cage Jr. beside you. So. Shout out Zachary. Here we go. 4.0. A boring match was felt twice as long.
Oh yeah. 4 on K Trash. Yeah. I was about to say a 4 and it's boring. What the fuck?
Great old school match. I don't know. Any other thoughts on Collision? Collision this week looks fucking dope.
How are they gonna get out of the trios title match tomorrow?
Change. What if they give them the belts?
Why would they do that? If it's Joe Punk at All In,
Joe's got it. Yeah.
And it's FTR Bucks at All In. You probably need House of Black to have a trios
match,
or save one for All Out. I don't know.
How do you do that then? Punk ain't gonna get pinned unless Punk does get pinned off of Joe, off something with Joe.
Or you pin one of the tag team.
But then at that point, they're gonna be owed a damn. You know what I really want?
They don't do DQs very often, you know.
I don't want a DQ, buddy. You know what I want? I want a finish that is gonna play into something cool later. I want Brody. I'm gonna say Brody.
Give Brody the pin, yeah.
On Whatever Punk. Happens, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then down the line, when Punk beats MJF or gets the real world title, Brody versus Punk, you have that in your back pocket. I just think you need to take a risk because you can.
I think Jeff is right ultimately, but I like your idea more.
Yeah, and I agree. Jeff is probably right, but I'm at the same time sitting here thinking, how are you going to heat up? I mean, Joe and Punk don't need no heating up, but like, Punk is not going to be hurt by eating a pin off fucking Brody King, who's twice his size, after a Joe Muscle Buster on the floor or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's.
I mean, you need to do something on this Collision to continue on to All In anyway.
And I think and here's the thing, this is a chance for you to make House of Black look even more like a threat. Like if they beat them, even if it's off of a dirty spot, like that's something you can have saved for down the line with Brody and Punk, and it just makes them look, a lot better. I'm excited. Joe versus Serpentico was great.
I thought it was Hobbs and Serpentico.
Hobbs beat
wrestle.
Rob Killjoy.
That's right, my fucking ugly duckling ass motherfucker. Let's go. Quack quack for the ugly ducklings.
Yes, sir. So let's look at All-Star Junior Festival.
Okay.
Kevin Knight versus Clark Connors. So they are doing a tournament, but they're also doing some stupid-ass matches that were roasted by the Super J Cast and podcast, and I agree. So listen, the Philly Cheesesteak Cup 3-way tag ladder match, Baker. Hiromu Takahashi and Rocky Romero versus Master Wato and Blake Christian versus Doki and fucking Lowrider. Main event. How you feel?
Is that the main event?
Uh-huh.
On Cage Match, the main event is the
Final?
El Desperado and Mal versus East West Express.
Interesting. On New Japan's schedule,
Oh, okay. You probably have that right.
it has first rounds of the tournament, which is Kevin Knight and Clark Connors, then Akira and Mike Bailey. Then it has the final of that. Then Matt's. This is honestly low key. I'm low key excited for this just to see Matt Sydal and Shun Skywalker go at it. Matt Sydal and Yo versus Bushi and Shun Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
That should be fun. Then you have Mal and Despy versus Jordan and Nick. And then you have that fucking ladder match. Have mercy on my damn soul. And then the next day you got Multiverse.
What do you think the Philly Cheesesteak Cup like what do you think
Hearing you say that is crazy.
Like, do you think they win anything off that?
They win a cheesesteak, buddy. Doki and Lowrider's gonna
just like
share
one
us.
cheesesteak?
You get half and half.
They gotta go Lady and the Tramp on it?
Honestly, I'd watch. I mean, if they want to do that, like,
I mean, buddy, if you could just knock on my door and we could talk about it.
Like, if they want to do it, like, I'll look.
I mean, if you wanted to watch Tanahashi, I was gonna watch Tanahashi, but you could ask, I guess.
Low key, the multiverse card the next night is better. You've got Zack Sabre Jr., Shane Hayes versus Moose and Eddie Edwards.
Okay.
Doki versus Callahan.
Zack Sabre Jr. and Moose. Let's hold on that for a second.
Uh-huh.
Okay, go on.
Doki versus Callahan. That could be fun if you put them in a death match.
Fuck.
Why would they do that? I don't know.
Doki and Callahan? What if it was El Desperado and Callahan?
That's what I'm thinking. But Despy's in our next match, which is an X Division scramble.
Yeah, swap these guys. What the fuck?
Frankie Kazarian, El Desperado, Bushi, Mal, Kevin Knight, Rich Swann, and Chris Sabin.
For the title?
It just says
Sabin's
scramble.
I think isn't Sabin the champion?
X Division?
Mm-hmm. I think it's Sabin's X Division.
Shelley's heavyweight.
Shelley's heavyweight.
And then we have a special tag. So these two matches are the main ones that I'm interested in. Okay. You got Trey Miguel and Leo Rush versus Hiromu Takahashi and Mike Bailey.
Leo Rush just made his Deadlock debut on YouTube today.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Leo Rush is X Division champ, Jeff?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then the main event is Alex Shelley defending against Hiroshi Tanahashi for the TNA title.
You can see I'm not up to date on my TNA. Also, it's Impact, so our bad.
Sorry, y'all. I'm still, buddy, it's 2006 every day of the week.
It's MWA TNA for me. Welcome to my world.
Damn it, Eric. I watched that backstage segment of Jeff Jarrett and Eric Young all the time. Damn it, Eric, I told you.
I think my favorite old TNA backstage segment is the one where Scott Hall is no, Kevin Nash is talking about like when he was champion, how well WWF was doing, and it's just a big middle finger graph.
Oh, bud. My God. Good times. Speaking of Kelvin Nash,
Kelvin.
my dad used to say that for some reason. He'd be like, look at big sexy Kelvin Nash. But I thought my dad liked Kevin Nash. And then but also I think it's because my dad, for some reason, has always been a CM Punk guy. That's what's always weird to me. But it
Oh,
makes
true. And Kevin Nash cost CM Punk that match, right?
and he hated it. When Kevin Nash came out there that night to confront Punk, I was like, oh, this is where my dad, because my dad was like, when he did the pipe bomb, he's like, damn, he's pretty good. That's what he said about the pipe bomb thing. And then I was super into Punk. I was like, dude, I'm telling you, he's fucking good. And he's like, yeah, Punk's good. He talked some shit. You know, he's about good as Stone Cold was on the mic.
Oh,
And then Kevin
that's a
Nash comes
mark.
out, and my dad's sitting there. But see, this is the thing I say. There's something about Punk that these old school fans like. You know, he's a territory worker, buddy. He might be sloppy, but he works like he's from the damn NWA and not Billy Corgan's fucking NWA, buddy. Not talking Brodus Clay and Magnus Aldis.
That's
We're
heat,
talking
brother.
that's real heat. Where's Magnum TA at Tully Blanchard? But and then Kevin Nash comes out, and I'm like looking for my dad's reaction. He's just watching, and then he said, "Oh man." And then Punk said the thing about his knees, and my dad goes, "He's right. His knees are fucked up." And I witnessed my dad turn on Kevin Nash, bro. Right in that moment, he's like, "Man, Kevin Nash ain't gonna do shit to him. He can't do shit. He wasn't never worth a damn. He didn't do nothing but stand up there."
That man said, fuck that Bret Hart no DQ match.
You know what I want my dad on here to talk about Shawn Michaels with Mike. That would be insane.
Okay, but you need to like educate your dad on how Shawn Michaels is completely screwing WWE for the next like 10 plus years with how bad NXT is right now.
See, he sort of knows because when Adam Cole showed up on AEW, he goes, "That's that Shawn Michaels wannabe." He said that shit directly. That's the first thing he said. He's like, "Man, he ain't nothing but Shawn Michaels."
Yeah, but now like Shawn is like the guy running it. Yeah. And I think he's like an authority figure on the TV sometimes.
I don't want Cody. I want Dustin.
Hey, me too, buddy.
He loves fucking Gold Dust. His picks are so weird. He used to, dude. Growing up, my dad would be in the house and he'd go, he'd be doing the fucking shit. He'd be like,
He'll have the post electrocution.
Yes, dude. He said, "You hear him on there going." He would make my mom watch Gold Dust clips. Like that's what he was.
Good.
He's like, "You see him rubbing his chest? Look." He breathed on him and laid on top of him. Like he was just pointing out. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's awesome.
He loved fucking Gold Dust. I'm like, dude, he still loves it. And he'll call me every time Dustin Rhodes bleeds. Look at Dustin. He still got it, Bo.
Every match, buddy.
I don't care for Sting.
Yeah, he's got to watch that coffin match.
It's all right.
Sting's going to take the coffin to his back like Sean did, but he's going to no-sell it. Instead of
And raise up. And raise up. Raise up. Oh. Dude, AR Fox has wrestled Sting in front of 80,000, brother.
They're going to do some goofy football chant the whole time.
Can I read you something off and then we'll end this?
Please.
I'm going to read you a card that someone on Twitter made this is before anything. This is probably back in March or so.
Okay.
And then we'll get off of here because I was wanting to keep it under an hour just to say we fucking did it, but we're going over. But this is what his I'm not going to tell you who did it because you might not even know who it is. But this is a card. I want you to just give me your thoughts because this is kind of, I'd fuck with it. But one of the things on here is bizarre. So this was posted in May. Should I start with the main event or the opener?
Let's go bottom up.
All right. TNT title, Christian Cage versus Ricky Starks. Fine. FTW title, Hook versus Yamura.
Keep going.
International title, Takeshita versus Pac versus Bandito versus Miro.
Who's supposed to be the champion?
I don't know. I think he was banking on what I was banking on, which was I thought Takeshita was going to take it off of Orange. There was a point before Takeshita turned. Mm-hmm. I just thought we were going to have a fun match.
They had a match, right?
They did too, didn't they?
That's what I thought.
And this is a random thrown together one, but it's for the freaks like us. I didn't put this. Isn't me. This ain't even someone I know personally. It's just someone I follow on Twitter. Blackpool Combat Club, Mox Claudio and Wheeler versus L. Lindemann, T-Hawk. The Strong Heart.
Hey, Tony's got Glate money. Come on, what's Glate paying them?
Not much. And now here's the match that I wish still would happen. Well, it ain't going to happen because Sting and Darby are in something else. We have Sting, Darby Allin, and who is their third? Bill Goldberg versus Jeff Jarrett, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay fucking Dutt.
All right, let's imagine this spot right here, okay? Bill Goldberg, of course, in my perfect world, he's headbutted the door coming out to the entrance. He's already bleeding. He's given himself a concussion.
Yeah,
we're living.
Yep.
80,000 people screaming his name. He goes for the spear on Satnam. He told him, all right, Satnam, the spot is going to be you're going to catch the spear. You're going to give me the jackhammer. But because he's concussed, he thinks he's still giving them the spear, but Satnam is still catching him. It's a shoot. It's a shoot jackhammer. 1, 2, 3, Satnam Singh fucking wins. Let's go, buddy.
In front of 80K pins built. Make him champ next week, buddy. And then we do Mox and Satnam that dethrone him. He blades himself. He blades Satnam Singh. And then we get a damn...
They break the Muda scale. Fuck Eddie Guerrero.
Oh. Wow, we just booked this shit.
We are perverts.
Uh-huh. And then we have Jade Cargill versus Emi Sakura, which would have been...
What was I watching that was getting the pervert chant? Was that on Dynamite?
I think there was something on Dynamite getting the pervert chant.
I was watching that today, and I can't remember what it was.
This ain't real.
What?
I'm getting some freaky friend requests, bruh. I'm not going to read this girl's name out loud because it's going to sound like this is a real person. I thought it was a fakie. JD are her initials. I'll just say that. And it ain't Jennifer Dahmer. But
eat her now.
Eat her now. Oh, we're live. Fuck. No matter.
We're live, pal.
I'm gonna tell you something now. All right. Anyways, Mercedes Moné, Jamie Hayter. That was a match I fucking wanted so bad to happen at this. Then we have this wild card ass. These next four are just wild in so many different ways. The Young Bucks versus Excalibur and Super Dragon.
Damn, they shooting those boys up with the good stem cells for that one.
Buddy, Excalibur would look like shit, and it would be great, though. All he can do is the damn Tiger Driver and eat shit. He'd probably die. Then you have
stars.
Dog, low key. I'm just kidding. Then you got Dan.
Only if he died.
What a way to go out, Taz. I don't think he's joking, Tony. I think Excalibur might really be dead.
But the camera guy's not even on. Anything happening with Excalibur?
It's over there on JR getting his feet played with by a woman. Well, I don't know about you guys, but anyways, Danielson and Nigel McGuinness, which obviously is clearly beyond off the table. CM Punk versus
You
Kenny,
think so?
which I think it'll happen. I just meant like right now.
Right. Well, yeah, because
The old arm.
Because
And then
Nigel
Punk,
looked good when he came out for Collision, boy.
buddy, he got and the fuckers that were chanting the USA down below me that I tried to fucking get into a verbal altercation with.
I'm glad I couldn't even hear them.
Dog, I just said, shut the fuck up. God damn. Loud as fucking everyone in the section looked at me. Because this was the first time it happened. So the first time it happened was to Nigel. And I just got literally, it blurted out. I felt like I was at home and he heard it. I just was like, God damn, shut the fuck up. Like loud as fucking Mike even just looked at me. And then everyone looked at me and I said, God damn. And then I just like
you were real for that. You were fucking real for that.
And then like it was, but just for Mike to even be like shocked that I blurted that shit out because it echoed, buddy. Like it was loud, like and everyone just I don't even know who said it because everyone looked at me, like they all said it, and I was talking to them. And then during Jay White and the other thing, this fucking honky fuck
Metalik
down, yeah, or who was it?
Metalik, right?
Who did I say?
Oh, you just said whoever.
It was Jay White and Metalik, yeah.
Yes.
And this fucking honky down here who looks like he listens to like
Five Finger Death Punch.
Yes, and he's down here in a shirt that says "I don't believe in fear" or some shit like that on the back of it. And he's down there, USA, USA. I said, no one in this match is from fucking America. And he just turns around, he just does this number here. And I said, he's from New Zealand. I just looked at him like this, and he just like sat there and still kept fucking chanting this shit, and then everyone started shit. I'm like, buddy, god damn. And then, but the rest of this card, Punk and Kenny, and then MJF Eddie Kingston, which would have been, if that ever get.
That's just not the place for it.
And honestly, now MJF's a face. That ship has sailed, in my opinion.
For now,
yeah. But Adam Cole, I don't know. I don't even want to talk on AEW. This is for another show. But
let's get going, buddy. What's Adam Cole? What?
He needs to go ahead and turn heel and rip it MJF's heart out.
You think that's what's going to happen?
Yeah, and then get beat, and then MJF's going to be the good guy, and then old Punker's going to show up on Dynamite, and they're going to pose with the belts like it's John Cena and CM Punk after Rey Mysterio just won the fake title, or lost the fake title. And then we're going to go, and we're going to have a big old match at Full Gear. Oh, no. Yeah, it'd probably have to be at Full Gear. They wouldn't do it at All In. But then what's the main event?
Real quick if it was at All Out.
Yeah, what would they do? How would they fucking do that? Just a 1 week build?
And then that's weird if you do that at All Out because with your idea, MJF is the face and CM Punk is still the face, but that's Chicago where CM Punk is the face.
But they were cheering MJF there last year.
Huh. Oh, really?
Yeah, when he returned, people were loving it.
You were there, so.
Yeah, they were loving that shit.
Or were they cheering him over CM Punk?
Well, yes, when he came out to confront Punk, like, it was just, whew, sheesh.
Well, that was also, like, the big MJF face thing, right? Where he was being, like, super sympathetic, like, you left me. Boy, text him, we're done. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I just had some interesting information sent to me.
Oh, we're getting scoops on the pod.
It was Sean Ross Sapp.
You guys subscribe to Fightful Select for that one, folks.
You get a $5 deluxe edition special. Sean wished me a happy birthday this year, and today he texted me and he said, "Tell your friend Justin I said happy birthday." I'm just kidding. But he did.
That would have been so weird.
It would have been weird. But I mean, he wished me a happy birthday, and he doesn't follow me. He just randomly.
He's a Southern boy, right?
I believe he is. I think maybe just because he must have seen me on Kylie's shit or something. But he's.
Chaser.
Me?
No, him.
He's from Lexington. He's from Lexington.
Kentucky?
I guess, but it would be funny if it was right down the street.
That would be small world. Get the fuck out of my pond.
I was sitting in Groucho's Deli in West Columbia, and I got a notification. Sean Ross Sapp at Cowboy Bean. Happy birthday, bud, or some shit like that. And I was like, thanks, brother. I acted like we were buddies because, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, thanks, brother. I'm like, what? And then I beat off to it later on. I did a CT.
It wasn't even a cornet.
I have a question.
Birthday.
Do these ghost cans, do you ever hear them crack when you bend them in?
Yeah.
What is that?
Because it's a wrap on the
Inside.
can. Yeah.
And that's what's cracking.
Yeah.
Not like, I don't know what I thought it was.
Yeah. Tasty.
This right here can't be beat, folks. Ghost, sponsor this.
God. Truly kill us.
Look at this.
Thank you for putting it succinctly, Jeff.
Well, y'all, we'll see y'all Sunday night for the final edition of the G1 Climax. But on Sunday night, I say we're going to have an announcement about when the next time you're going to see us is. And also, while you're here, anyone who's watching this back or anything, what do you want to see us talk about next? I have an idea on what I want to talk about next. But tweet us, text us. We're all friends here. Just let us know what you'd want to see us dive into. Cara and Mike should be back at time to time. We're just going to run it. The whole crew, pop in whenever you want. Also, if you're in the Columbia area.
Oh, so true.
Monday night, we're not watching Raw. We're going down to New Brooklyn Tavern. And we're going to have a Carlin Thompson extravaganza, buddy.
We got Future Coffins, Dry Rot, Thus Spoke, Zura Stura, fucking Mix, Bill, Banger, Come Out, Come Rise, Come in My Face. Let's do it.
Swanton bombs onto ourselves.
We're covering Car Bomb. It's a South Carolina tradition that we're maintaining.
Dun, 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 dun. And this is a fans bring the weapons show.
Oh, please.
Yo, we should book
myself.
We should book something like that. A fans bring the weapons show.
We'll just do Casanova Valentine's gimmick. Just no ring death matches at New Brooklyn Tavern.
Oh, get the towels ready, buddy. We've went off the rails. Now that we've ran out of shit to talk about, we've just turned this into an open forum.
Let's get
all
out
right,
of here
buddy.
Before we get too horny with it.
I'm gonna tell you, something's gonna pop up on camera.
I mean, buddy, if you wanted to pop, just.
I mean, like, we can go to Discord after, like, one-on-one. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Jeff, thanks for sticking with us even when... You notice everyone but Jeff left when we went on this tirade? Good night, Jeff. I love you.
Bye.
Yeah. Cara, we miss you. Michael J, come back. Justin, shout out. Keegan McChestnut, let's roll. I'm used to it, buddy. Last thing I want to be seen.
It's for the broken, buddy.
This one goes out to Real Horsehead. I'm used to that. I'm used to in broadcast.